We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order. Intellectually petty radio on the stereo. Don't compare us to anything, this a different scenario. We break records while we pushing the culture forward. Great music and big vibes right in that order.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And man, you already know legends only over this way. And today is no exception. Actually, we have a rarity. We have a return legend to the conversation. If you live in the UK, you live in Europe, you live on Pluto, Mars, Neptune, and galaxies beyond, I know you familiar with the king himself, Ners. What's going on, bro?
How you doing, bro? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. Yo, I was trying to do the Instagram shits, and it just is not working for me. I'm not sure what's up with that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, we
Do me a
tried.
favor. Do me a favor as well, because
What's up?
this is going out live on your YouTube, right?
It is.
Can you send me the link to my Instagram so I can share it on my Facebook?
All right, give me a
Give me the link to the
second.
YouTube channel, sorry, and I'll share it on my Facebook.
All right, no doubt, absolutely. Oh shit! Come on, man. This is ridiculous, though.
I tell you what, that beat, that intro, yeah,
Uh-huh.
sick. Who's rapping that? Who's rapping your intro music?
That's a brother named Caesar Rio out of Cleveland.
He's hard. I like him.
Yeah, you know, and I tell a story all the time, man. But yo, I had just basically, I put out a word like one day, hey, I need an intro, and like 5 o'clock in the morning, like 2 days later, I woke up and he had emailed me.
Nah, that's I like that. That's fast.
Yeah. All right. So for some reason, like I updated my titles on Restream,
Yeah.
but they didn't update anywhere. So I had to physically go in and update it and change everything. So my apologies if you happen to see this. And okay, now we should be good. All right. I was only saying that because sometimes YouTube be bullshit, man.
Okay.
You know, and I'm not sure why. Well, I know why, because YouTube is full of shit sometimes. It is what it is. But how you doing, man? How's your family?
Yeah, the family's all good. Just just come back from the gym. I was out on a birthday night last night. Woke up late and everything's just gone Pete Tong since. You get me? And what Pete Tong means, what Pete Tong in English means, everything's gone wrong since. So, but we here.
Yo, and happy birthday to whoever. Shout out to a fellow Aquarian. My birthday is in 8 days.
8 days. Happy birthday for them. It's actually my brother and my cousin's birthday too. And my great grandmother, I found out, birthday too. So God rest her soul.
Happy birthday to your brother. Happy heavenly birthday to your great grandmother. Yeah, man, being an Aquarius is dope. All right, bro. So, what's going on in the world of the super legend himself? What's new?
Well, we just put out a mixtape just before Christmas. Trying to find. Hold on. I'm in the right space. Hold on. We just put out this mixtape, which is Ners, the K-Star mixtape, hosted by DJ 79. 9 bangers from. I got 4 tracks on there myself, where I've collaborated with a couple people, and then I got my artists on there, which are Brittany, JM, Parkside, and my producer Mars. So that's where we're at. We've dropped a few videos before Christmas. So I've got, if people know the UK scene, we got there's an artist called Skinny Man, who's like the UK's version of Eminem. He's loved out here. He's got skills. He speaks from the heart. And so I've got a track with him called Ya Fool, which has gone nuts out here. Everyone loves the track.
Okay.
Then I got a track with one of my artists. It's like a remix of a track I done with Cardinal Official. So I just put on like a drill sounding beat. It was produced by my one of my artists called Mars, who's the K-Star in-house producer, and I lifted the vocals from the original track with me and Cardinal Official, dropped one of my verses, and then wrote a new hook and got my new songstress in my camp to sing it, and this is going like everyone loves the song. So there's that, but that's me. My artists, them like they're holding weight on the mixtape themselves. So
Okay.
I'll send you the link, and if you know anyone who wants any physical copies, if you still rock CDs out there, I'll post them out to you to spread to your people.
Okay. All right. Shit, I don't know. I don't know if people do CDs anymore. Do they?
We do. If vinyl's still out there, why can't CDs be? It's a niche.
I'm not. I don't know if CDs has like vinyls are a collectible.
Yeah.
I think CDs got a way to go before they're collectibles. They're kind of
Nah,
like
you
in
can't
that
say
space
that, you
because
know.
vinyl used to be just non-existent, and then it came back.
All right, let me tell you the beauty of the CD in my eyes, yeah. Right?
Okay.
Because you're a hip hop historian, yeah. So I believe I can have
Absolutely.
this conversation with you, right? Buying a CD record or whatever, like it was a moment in time where you look forward to doing. So when it comes to Saturday, your weekend or whatever, you go down to the city center or to your local mall or whatever, and you go in that music shop, yeah, and you sift through your records, you sift through the CDs, right? Once you
Mm-hmm.
buy the CD you want, yeah, you look forward to getting home, opening up the packaging, yeah, reading the booklet, yeah.
Man.
Oh, that was written by that. Oh, so my man wrote that, produced by, you know what I mean? All the thank yous. It was an experience to buy a packaged CD, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Now they
You
took it
forgot. You
away
forgot.
from.
I had to go buy my bag first. Give me a little bag of some greenery.
There you
You
go.
know, like it was. It was an like you say. It was an experience. Like I'm looking. Oh, Wu-Tang is coming out. Oh shit, I can't wait. They're coming out 2 months from now. Let me go get let me hit my man up. Make sure I'm good there. Give me a little drink. Call my people up. We're gonna listen. Yes, absolutely right. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm great. I'm glad you said that because, and like I tell you, one of my goals in life when I was rapping, one of my goals in life, which I accomplished, was I wanted to be able to go into the big HMV store, Virgin Mega store, the store of the moment. We call it HMV here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Walk in there, see my CD. My name's Kaners as an artist. See my CD next to the likes of Jay Z, Cameron, Kaners. See my CD next to it, pick it up and buy it from the shop. And you know what? I accomplished that. I walked into an HMV and bought my package CD. Yeah. Yeah. So
That's dope.
CDs are close to my heart, man.
I feel you.
Know what I mean?
I
So
feel you.
so even like my people up top who like my mentor, my friend who's at Atlantic Records, guys who found Akon, the guy who now like got Burna Boy signed to his label. I have this discussion with him all the time. He says, "You're wasting your time putting out CDs." I said, "No, I'm not," because CDs is an integral part. That's why UK rappers over here, what they do, obviously it goes out onto digital, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
DSPs and all that. But now what people are doing now, they're even putting out their album on digital on cassettes, back to
Really?
cassettes, because it's a niche. It's a collectible.
Got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So people are putting out vinyls, CDs, and cassettes. But where I put out my CDs, a bit of schooling for anyone coming up in the game, I've got a CD burner in my yard. So I get my CDs. I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm giving away a bit of my game now. Watch this. Watch this.
Yo, that's crazy.
I ordered these.
I'm trying to figure out where can I buy I need a record player.
Yeah, you see these? I ordered 5,000 of these. Yeah. So now all I got to do now is buy 5,000 blank discs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And sit down and burn them all off and put them in packaging. That's
Now
what
you know you can make those yourself too if you wanted to.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's not like I've got too much doing. I got the clothing, I got to write music, I got to manage. It's too much for what it's only me doing everything. So, sometimes you got to outsource the thing, innit?
Yeah, yeah, I feel you.
But
How's the managing going?
I think I finally found a crop of artists who I believe in, they believe in me, and they all got talent, abundance of talent. It's just down to where they want to take it. I've got the infrastructure to make it happen for them, but I can't do the work for them. They have to do their work for themselves. All I can do as a manager or as an artist is lead by example. So keep putting out music, show consistency.
Yo, quick question. I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you have like your laptop in your lap?
Yeah, is it shaking?
It is.
Oh, sorry, I'm moving too much.
Oh, that's okay. My bad. I just want to let you know. I don't want people to be thinking like, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So you got a good crop of people now. How many people are you managing now?
I'm managing Brittany, Mars, Parkside, and JM, 4 people, and then obviously I manage my own career.
Do you put your career before theirs or theirs before yours?
I put theirs before mine, but that's the point I'm saying. Like, if the work rate from them isn't matching the work rate from me, then I just got to continue doing what I'm doing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you're in the music game, or you're a hip hop historian, or you do what you do. You know what you have to do to prepare to do your shows, to advertise it. Like, if you don't put in that groundwork, the show's not going to come across as professional as you do it, right?
Correct.
So from the outside looking in, people probably think it's just an easy thing. I couldn't tell you how to put up borders on this and go live, or you know what I mean. But from the outside looking in, everyone sees the glory. Yeah, they don't know the hard work behind it. So once they're in it and they realize, right, does it take this much work to be at your level, and you ain't even butt blown, and you're working so hard? You got to double the work if you're at industry level, because you're now earning money. People are relying on you to earn their money and shareholders' money. So you got to work hard. There's no sleeping. There's no sleeping. There's no. It's work, work, work. If you're not prepared to work, don't do it. Please, just don't waste anyone's time. Just don't do it. Let me get in a better position where I'm not shaking. 1 second.
All right. Yeah, because I want to know, like, how do you? Is there a gentle way you tell an artist you're not working hard enough?
Nah, you can't. Nah, you can't play about with these artists. You can't pre it up.
Okay.
You can't pre it up. You just got there's no It's like saying, all right, then for instance, I've got this saying, you see when you see like a mediocre tune, right? Or you hear a mediocre tune and you think, I know you, but it's not for me to say to you, like, bro, why did you put that out? Your friends should be telling you, bro, what are you doing? Like, because they're not your friends, because they're scared to tell you your tune's mediocre. But you because they're yes men, you're putting out mediocre tunes. So the same thing applies to your artists. Like, if you've got to tell them the truth about something, there's no beating around the bush. Just say what it is. If you hurt, you hurt. But what would you rather me do? Lie to you and not hurt you, and it's the wrong information, or just tell you, be brutally honest to help you?
Okay, I got you.
You get me? Like,
I think that's one thing with today's market is, like, back in the day, you kind of could tell more so, okay, this is a hit. Now it's like some of the shit that you think is just, oh, this is horrible. Now it's a dance on TikTok, and it doesn't have to be a whole song hit, but if they can capture 30 seconds of that, and people like that 30 seconds, it's just as good.
Yeah.
I mean, is that making it worse?
What, this whole TikTok thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. There's no, listen, I could tell you this for a fact, because I heard it from the powers that be at the top of the game in the industry, Record companies now are telling their artists they're not putting anything out until it goes viral on TikTok. So a song which is close to your heart, like I've Lost My Mum, and I sing about my mum, I rap about my mum, right? So if that song means so much to me, how am I gonna market that into 30 seconds to make it go viral on
Man,
TikTok? It don't make no sense to me.
no.
And I tell you what, I'm not dancing or prancing around on TikTok for nobody. I seen I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. And like I've got an artist called JM who is good on TikTok. Is he gets numbers on his TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see the work he puts in, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen so it's working for him. That's what I'm trying to say, yeah.
Okay.
So continue with that. Like I encourage it, but I'm not going to tell my artist, yo, go get a TikTok account. You need to be doing this, that, and that. If I don't do it myself, nah, I'm not doing that. Just because the industry says that's the moment and to do it, nah. Because music means too much to me. Music is meant to live forever, yeah. To me, like so. This whole TikTok thing is just a quick fix. It's not. It's not. It's not. You know what I mean? It's microwave food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you see what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not entertaining that. I'm not. I'm just not gonna do it. So, I have a TikTok account, and I will put clips to say a new video's out. But I'm seeing DJs in my area I grew up with, big men, dancing around on TikTok, and I'm like, what are you doing? Your grandfather, like, what are you doing? Like, because the industry said so. Nah, not me. Not for me.
I feel you on that. I think there's a healthy mixture of both. Although I think at some point they're gonna ban TikTok in this country.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have convinced people here that somehow TikTok is less trustworthy than Facebook.
Wow.
Which, yeah, because TikTok is owned by the Chinese, so it got to be the boogeyman. Like Facebook is doing some fucked up shit. They don't want to say that. They do the same shit that TikTok does. It's just it ain't Chinese people doing it.
Right. Do you know what
It's,
it is though? Do you know what I think it is though? I think people are seeing what social media is doing to people as humans. Yeah. Look,
oh, they don't
we
care.
no, but listen, we're now on the verge of AI technology. Um, Remember that film Back to the Future?
Yeah,
We've now got hovercrafts, like not hovercrafts, hoverboards and all that now. Like I was watching that back in the 80s. You see what I'm saying? So all this technology and information, they knew about this years ago, right? So
yep.
I say all that to say this, yeah. I'm going a bit off track. I say all that to say this. When it comes to TikTok on social media, I think they need to have a blackout, like a week. Like, do you see how the world comes to a standstill when one of these platforms has a fault and no one can access it?
Oh my god, people at work,
Yeah,
your grandmother. Oh, did you hear about the Facebook went down?
yeah.
It's a
Is that
calamity.
is that what we're living in? Because I spoke to a few of my friends, yeah, like a few close, deep friends, and they're like, they're coming up, they're taking a year out of social media and seeing if going out and networking like we used to do would work better for their business instead of posting. Because I tell you what, you get tired of it. Like I get tired of myself posting. So what do the other people think of what I'm posting if I'm getting tired of post? We gotta get out into the public, man. We gotta get back to the real world.
I would agree. Yeah, I think we and just to kind of tie in the music aspect again, there's no moment music anymore. Like you could like my mother, rest her soul, her generation had albums that defined certain
Time
periods
and
in their
errors.
life.
Yeah.
I've got albums that define certain periods in my life. I don't think that they're going to be TikTok viral moments where people in 30 years will be like, oh, remember when I remember when I first saw that I was here and this happened in my life, or this viral moment got me through this breakup. That shit's not going to exist.
100%. It's microwave.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not dissing TikTok, you know. I'm just saying it's just not. We need. All right then. All right. I'll give you the perfect example. Yeah. You see the pandemic and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I call that they reset the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
They reset the world, right?
Yes.
And everything was different and there's the new normal and all that they used to say in England. Yeah. Now we're going back into society and things are a bit different. They need that. They need a virus to take over the whole of social media and lock that off for like how much times, how much months and all that. Yeah, and see how people cope. See if people get back to normal, and see if people return to these platforms or where they get back to living normal before this all this existed.
I don't. I think that we would be more depressed as a species without social media than we were without going outside.
Yeah, you got a point, but no, some people would. But you'd figure it out and get back to normal, mate. I believe because me and you and people of certain ages have existed before the social media world, right?
Yeah,
So
but there are adults now that haven't.
yeah, but I tell you what it is as well. What I find, especially with Facebook, people tell their whole life on Facebook. Like they can't live without it.
Oh my god.
You know that thought in your head. Maybe like sorry to be a bit like
Say,
degrading.
go ahead, bro.
So suppose like you're on the toilet, yeah, you do what you're doing, and a thought comes to your head, yeah.
Yes.
People will put that thought on Facebook.
Yes.
Oh, I'm in.
Yes.
I just go to the toilet. No one needs to know. you get. You see what I'm saying? Like
I'm guilty of that though. I am guilty.
you see what I'm saying though? Like no, but that's where we're at now. Our every thought we're sharing with the world. I like.
Yeah, and I've seen some wild shit from other people. Like I will say one thing, kind of like like me and my family, with the exception of maybe, well, there's one obvious person that posts every fucking thing, and you have to sometimes reach out to that person. Hey, take that shit down.
Right.
The world doesn't need to know that shit.
Right.
And the response is, it's my account and I can do what I want to do. Okay.
No, but you know what? You know what? Do you know why I speak like this? Because I used to be that. I used to be that person. I used to share everything online, right? And then even like when you're in like hip hop beefs or you're getting hated on, like sometimes it's best just to remain quiet because you know what? If you magnify it, it just makes the negativity just spread. Now,
Yes.
someone they said to me, Kana, like, just because you have a negative thought doesn't mean you have to share it with the world. And that hit me. That I needed to hear that. You get me? Because
Yeah.
it was the truth. Going back to what you said about how do you tell your artist to work hard enough? Tell them the truth. Because I needed to hear that. And now I operate better on social media. If you see how my Twitter was, every 3 months, yeah, I used to raise all my tweets in case I get myself in some trouble. 'Cause I just used to say some wild stuff. And because I'm verified. So I'm verified. Yeah. Like, it just started to affect me as a business. Like, nah. Like, you know what I mean? So I said, you know what? Allow it, innit? Let's let the music do the talking.
Yeah. There's some
When
there.
you're managing,
I delete way more posts than I write.
right.
Before I even post it, I look at this shit and oh yeah, this is probably like I'll read it in 10 years for myself. Like, how is this gonna look, in 10 years when I'm 5 levels higher than where I'm at now,
Yeah.
and somebody's looking for something,
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
They're gonna go, but they're once you get to a certain level of success, then you're gonna have the vultures come out looking
Oh.
for dead tweets from 10 years
Yeah.
ago where you said some really wild shit that
Yeah.
it was acceptable back then, but ain't acceptable now.
Mate, let me tell you something, yeah? I've got people who I've got blocked on Twitter, yeah? End up with screenshots of my tweets, bro. So I know there's some wild shit out there about me. I know there is, but the thing is, it's because I speak my mind and I don't pull no punches and I call people out, yeah? But now I've stopped doing it because it's okay being caners and doing it and just relying on myself. But if I'm representing artists,
Yeah.
I got to be more professional. So
Yeah.
I've cut all that out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it reflects on them.
Of course,
Somehow
and
people's like, oh well, he's your boss or he's your manager, so you must think like them.
yeah. Guilty by association, innit?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've had to I had to curb my style online.
I'm curious. How come you never decided to be like an A&R or work for a label, or did I miss that part?
I think that's what I'm doing at the moment. All right, so let me just explain. Let me just explain what it is with me and my career because we didn't really get into it the
Okay.
last time. And so I was approached in. I'm gonna send you a couple links to a couple interviews I've done recently. Yeah,
Okay.
and you'll learn my whole story. But I was approached in 2005 um, by a guy called Kirk Hardin, and Kirk Hardin was SVP of Loud Records along with Steve Rifkin. He was Steve Rifkin's guy, yeah. You know
Okay.
Steve Rifkin,
Oh, absolutely.
right? So they heard my album in '05 on a visit to England, and he knew I had a manager, and he said there's one song he liked, and he said if I let him manage me, he'll put Akon on one of my songs.
Mm.
So when my manager invested in the album and my first video, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I said I can't really run off into the sunset because the product you're hearing is off the back of my man's investment.
Mm-hmm.
But because I didn't sign no paperwork with my then manager, the Americans were like, well, you don't own nothing. Come, you can have Akon. Come. It just didn't sit right with me, so I told him no. Then what happened was my manager, as soon as I turned on the opportunity, left me anyway.
What?
That's what happened to me. Yeah. Right?
Did you tell your manager about the opportunity though?
Of course I did, because I was trying to bring him in. But how I deal with it now, he was a control freak. He just had to, like, he just did, like, he couldn't admit that he's taken me as far as he could. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying I'm trying to bring you in. What he should have said was, you know what, Kay, I brought it as far as I can. Go take that opportunity, kid, and remember me in it. If it all works out, remember me. That's what he should have said.
Yeah.
But he wasn't man enough to do that. So he just ghosted me after I turned down that opportunity. So obviously 2005, man's falling into depression now because like Eminem says, you only get one chance to blow. So man's working a 9 to 5, rare. And then I just sorted myself out after 3 years, read up again. And I'd done a song with a guy called Roots Maneuver, who's a heavyweight UK hip hop artist from the UK, one of the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent Kirk an email, and he responded the same day. And he said, "This song sounds hard." So I was like, "Wow." Guys, I'm expecting like no response, innit? Like,
Right.
and then he said of the success of Akon, he's now senior vice president of Universal Records, Universal Motown. So he's working with Sylvia Rohn. He's looking after Cash Money. He's working with Erykah Badu. Cash Money just signed Drake, so he's looking after. You see what I'm saying? So we had a meeting. He came into England. We had a meeting. He said he wants to manage me, and that's where, because Convict Music Records, was Kirk Hardin and Akon's joint label.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Kirk Hardin's a man. He stays behind the scenes, right? So
Okay.
Convict Music signed what Drake was for Canada at the time, a guy called Cardinal Official. Yeah,
The GOAT.
you know Cardinal, yeah?
Absolutely.
Right. So that's how I got Cardinal Official on my tune. You see the chain of events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's Kurt's guy. So Kurt put him on my first single. But when we put out that single, there was a merger between Def Jam and Universal, and a guy called Lucian Grange from the UK took over the Universal building in America. So Kurt left. So Kurt left his position, and then he started again as a manager signed an indie group. Remember, this guy's been in hip hop all his life. Signed an indie
Mm-hmm.
group called The Neighborhood. They're big in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, look them up. And then off the back of their success, he got offered a label deal with Atlantic Records. They called it Bad Habit, a joint venture. And their first biggest signing was Burna Boy. So I've seen the rise of Burna Boy. I've been in the studio with Burna Boy from the beginning. I've
Hmm.
watched this rise, isn't it? Like, so basically, I say all that to say this. So now he's tasked me with finding him the next hottest thing out of England. So hence why I said, all right, K Star Records, if I'm going to find the next biggest thing out of England, because I think I got the ear for it,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be through my thing. Like, so I just put out CDs, I put money into people's careers. And if they're serious, I've had three artists. I've had three artists who failed at the last minute with the label being interested in them in America. They've shown their true colors at the last minute, so the
Mm.
deals didn't go through. But I'm still out of pocket, but I still believe I'm the guy to find the next biggest thing out of England. So your question was, why didn't I go into A&R? And I think I am doing it now.
Hmm.
But so let's watch this space. Like,
Okay. Damn, that's great. Oh my god, you know I got to try to interview that Kirk guy now. You know,
yeah, why not?
Cardinal
He's
official. Like I'm from Detroit,
right.
so I obviously I'm old. I remember Cardinal. Like he was Canada's hip hop at
Come
one
on,
point. You
come on.
know, so yes, oh my god, like he put all of us on the map. That it was first off that it was black people in Canada. Secondly, that niggas could actually spit.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, yo. And we're not even gonna start it with Akon and jeez, bruh.
So that's my story, bro.
So what's next? Besides the mix CD, like what's the next 5 years for you?
Man, the next 5 years is getting this label to be part of a major and taking it to the next level. I've worked too hard. You get me? Like, I don't even want to be out here rapping like that. I rap for my mental state, losing my
Mm-hmm.
parent, losing my mom at an early age. Certain things I went through is my therapy. So I'm always going to pick up the pen and the pad, but I'm here to soak up all the experiences and pass them down. I can't have all this experience and not help nobody. I can't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've helped the wrong people. I have helped the wrong people to the point where these last four I got here, if one drops out, I'm not replacing them. So this is the last straw kind of thing. You get me? But I've got a good bunch. I'm happy with them. But it's
I
down to
don't. I
them.
disagree with you. I don't think you've helped the wrong people. I think you helped the right people to get you better at what you're doing now.
Yeah, I hear what you said. They were all a lesson. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely. You
yeah,
know, you just happen to run across some assholes, and sometimes like people are people. And sometimes we look past the red flags because we see the green light.
yes, yes, exactly that. Like my thing was this is like because I love music so much and I like talented people. Yeah, um, that the music and the quality of the music used to always override anything. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you always find, nothing's always what meets the eye. So, so they're great artists, but they're just trouble as a person. You see what I'm saying?
But
And
you're not going to like you go back through the history of music of sound,
right,
and whoever was popular, the most popular at their time in humanity at music was crazy as fuck.
yeah, that's what I say. I say all musicians, or I say all artistic people got screws. We all
Yes.
have.
Yes. Yes.
We, we're not normal, are we?
No.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes us the people we are. But yeah, you're right. You're not gonna find a perfect person, but what you can do is make sure the person you bring through that door to the labels, yeah, because I'm like the link I got, I don't have to go to London and speak to anyone in London to get anyone signed and on. I bypass all that and go straight to America. The people who London licks their asses anyway. Excuse my French. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
heard that
So
before. You all right?
you know what I mean? So I'm the fast track guy, but you got to be good and you got to want it. Because sometimes, you know what? People think they want it. They get in the game and the work's too much. They don't want it. Nah, this is stress. This pressure. Ooh. Well, that's the game. What you think? Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi? What you think he just walks onto the pitch and just be that great? It took hours, bro.
Years.
It took years to be that great.
Yes.
And to maintain, you got to work just as hard. So it's a never-ending. You know what I mean? And if you ain't, you got to be able to work. Like, because I'm a believer in hard work will always beat talent. You know why?
Facts.
You know why though?
Talent quits. Hard work doesn't.
Yeah, 100%. And my point is, if you're a hard worker and you work hard at your talent's going to get better anyway.
Facts.
You know? So
Yeah.
enough people ain't got the work rate. Enough people.
Oh my
Enough
God.
talented artists. Enough talented artists. Great artists.
I'm trying to think
Ain't
who
got no
it
work
was.
rate.
Oh, like and I can't remember, but somebody I don't know if it was Tom Brady or Jordan, but basically the essence of what they said was like greatness is absolute. And what I mean by that is that, like you say, people see the championships, but they don't see the relationships that you left behind, the people that you left behind because you had one goal, and that was greatness.
Yeah.
And that's a lonely trip.
It's lonely, bro. I got a song called Lonely. This game is lonely. Lonely as hell.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make the loneliness stop what I'm here to do. Like, this is my purpose.
Let me ask you this then. Why limit yourself to just the UK? Why not? There's artists in America that would love to get that plug from you. There's artists in Africa that would love to get that plug from you.
I think I've always been told I got to do it in England first, whether it be my career, whether it be someone else's career. I've always been told you got to lock down your place first. You know,
Why?
and I think why?
Yeah.
That's what I've been directed, but there's no reason why I can't go elsewhere. But I just think with the way my life is at the moment and the way I pay my bills, my working commitments and so forth, do it here. If I could do it here, I could do it anywhere in the world. That's here to me. I could go to Jamaica, and I know I could find a great artist out there, and because I tried to get someone signed from Jamaica, a guy called Tentic, yeah. I didn't know this about Madam, it's like the songs. So I passed him on to the label. They said, yo, okay, like we want him. Can you reach out? Can you get mate? I got down to this guy's phone number, got him on the phone, yeah. But this guy just kept ghosting. And the label, like I got him in contact with the label, even one of his friends from England, yeah. I got him on board to try and make it happen, yeah. But this guy just kept ghosting. Like he'll talk it like you see, like how we speak on Instagram. You'll have a full conversation, like talk, and then 2 days later you don't hear from this man again. So it was a thing where I heard he was saying kind of thing like, oh yeah, I'm already blowing up anyway. Why should I go and they're only coming to me because I'm blowing up? Well, that's the way it works, mate. Like, yeah, you're doing what you're doing and you're riding a wave, but they could make you a superstar if that's what you want. But now what's happened is you're like where you had your buzz, it's gone now because there's a new guy on. There's a new buzz happening with someone else. Now you've just missed that opportunity. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's better to answer your question. It's better the devil you know than the devil you don't. You see what I'm saying? Like for
yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know, like and plus, man, I get tired of this game, bro. Like I get tired. So to answer your question, there's no reason why I can't go to a different country, but I want to do it here first.
Okay.
I want to show these guys here.
So now
Everyone,
that's your ego talking now.
nah. Listen to this. Everyone who doubted me, yeah, right? Everyone who doubted me, yeah, yeah. Like when you told me I can, yeah, I make sure I do. I will. I can.
I
Yeah,
understand that. Yes.
that's what it is. I think
Yes.
that's what it is. Yeah,
I feel that.
yeah,
Completely.
yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Sometimes you got to be that way. Whatever the fuel that you need to keep you going.
Mm.
Because I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you not replace somebody that fucks up.
Nah, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? What it is, yeah? Why I say that? Why I say that? Because at one point I was managing about 5 artists. It's too much. Too much, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I made a promise to myself this year to concentrate on self-care, because health is wealth, right?
Yeah.
Now, the experiences I had with artists last year and the year before, um, you learn from your experiences and you think, why are you giving so much to these people, right? And then what I found is my music was still popping, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
My music is still relevant. So every time I take myself away from my music, yeah, and help others for them just to mess about with my time, I might as well just put that time into myself anyway. So hence why I'm still releasing as an artist today. And it's working for me. Because I've seen in my last 2 singles, I see my monthly listeners go up by thousands. Yeah, from 2 singles. So I'm getting played on radio, national radio, the BBCs of the world. Like I'm still relevant. Yeah, so it's back to what I said earlier on. So I will help as much as I can if you're willing to help yourself. If I see you are not, I can't work harder than you, and that's what I used to do. I used to work harder
Oh
than the
my
artist.
God.
Well, why am I
Yeah.
doing that? No, I
That's
ain't doing that.
horrible.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
horrible.
doing it. I'm not doing it. I've done it. I've been there, done it, water torch. I'm not doing it anymore. So I will just concentrate on me then. So that's why I'm starting to write again later on this month. Back in April, I plan to have my own studio, writing space. You know, the clothing's popping off. I'm gonna have, like in your where you're recording from now. That's probably a little man space, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
man hub, your man cave. Yeah,
It is.
I need one of those. I need one of those away from where I'm at now, where I'm living. Like this is too nice. He was on about my decor earlier on. This is too nice.
Right, bro. You look rich, man.
Struggle. Huh?
You look rich, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Like I love that shit right there.
No, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like at the end of the day, I'm trying to how can I put it? I'm trying to get humble. If like not I'm not humble, but I'm trying to get back to. I'm trying to get hungry again. So you got to strip it back. Like Capone and Noriega, when they dropped their first album, they dropped another album later on in life. Yeah.
Are you talking about the War Report? Was that the first one?
Yeah, I think War Report, right?
Okay.
And I remember watching an interview with Noriega, and he said, "Listen, he said because he done well as a solo artist and all that, and he's gone from where he's at to wearing like silk pajamas and all that. Yeah, he said he had to strip it back down, get down into the ghetto, feel that hunger. You see what I'm saying? Like he had to get back to the grittiness because he couldn't be the Noriega he wanted to be for the War Report, or the second coming of their album in the space he was at. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. But it's one thing to live in the projects. It's another thing to visit the projects.
100%. But what I think the point you're trying to make is he needed to be amongst the where he was before, if that makes sense.
But he can't be.
Yeah, true.
Because when you got a shitload of money in the bank, visiting the projects is just a visit, and you know that. No matter how long you decide to stay there, you know I got a shitload of money in the bank. This is just damn, these niggas living fucked up. I'm glad I don't have to live like this no more. I'm choosing to. Yeah. So you can recapture some, but you can't recapture feeling broke.
But what you can do is talk from that person's experience because you've been there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
When I go Jamaica, yeah,
Mhm.
right, and I visit where my granddad grew up, and I'm seeing my granddad's brother, who's like in his 60s, yeah, on a
Mhm.
BMX bike, yeah, with some shorts on, bare chested, riding the bike barefoot, yeah, but he's got a six
Jeez.
pack, and his body's like you pay for his body, yeah, but
Right.
but he's living on rubble and zinc fences put together as a house.
Mm.
Now that's poverty, bro. Like so when I went Jamaica, reality hit. Like
Yeah.
reality hit me like, why is that where I'm originally from then? Like granddad and this is where we come from. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like over here, like I'm self-made, yeah.
Mhm.
But my dad, he was a millionaire twice over for selling, and he started off as an ice cream man, and people used to laugh after him. God rest his soul. But his ice cream man and people laughing after him came into an ice cream van in the city center where he was there for over 30 years, and he became a millionaire selling burgers and ice cream. So he was laughed at the beginning. Yeah. So and he was a grafter. He grafted, and I didn't grow with my dad. Yeah.
Mhm.
So all I could do is take the graftiness of my dad. He weren't a great dad to me anyway. Like, but
But he
he was
gave you
my
the
dad.
hustle.
Yeah, I learned from him. Like my whole thing was not to be like him. I just took the goodnesses out of him. Yeah, so and the goodnesses out of him was he was a grafter and he was a successful man. So I had to take that. If I didn't take that from him, or what would I have had from him? I didn't get nothing else. My mum grew me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I work so hard. I don't stop working. I've got that graft in me. You see what I'm saying?
That's the biggest gift he could have gave you.
Mm. I'm like on his
Like
side.
I didn't get that experience. Like my blood father, I've never met,
Oh wow,
never seen the
wow,
man, have no clue. So
wow,
there was no carcass to extract anything from. There was no
wow,
lesson. There was nothing.
wow. Okay.
So you got the privilege of at least being able to extract the best out of your father
Yeah, 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 yeah,
and using that for greatness.
yeah. Because even down to being a father, then since we're on a big man thing, like I'm one of 9 kids. I'm his,
Damn.
I'm his on my dad's side. I'm one of 4 on my mum's side. Yeah.
Okay.
So on my dad's side, I'm one of 4 kids, and I think I'm the fourth. I think I'm the fourth eldest. Yeah.
Okay.
And I have no full brother or sister. I have no brother or sister from my mum and my dad. I'm just the only kid between my mum and my dad. So I made a pact that I like, since I didn't grow with my dad or nothing like that, and I didn't feel like I had a father in my life. If the first woman who has my kid is gonna have all my kids, and that's it, because I can only be a father in that sort of setting
Mm-hmm.
to be a real good father, innit? You see what I'm saying? So that's another thing. The 2 things I took from him was to be a better dad than he was, and to be a grafter and successful. But I love him saying speed. I won't be here if it weren't for him. But yeah, you see what I'm saying?
I mean, those is like if a lot of people got a lot of shit from their parents. Is not even close to those 2 things. So, and
Yeah,
I'm not trying to turn them into some type of saint. But like you definitely were able to get the best, and that's the point. You're supposed to be better than your parent.
yeah. And I feel where I've worked so hard because I've worked a 9 to 5 all through this music game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So where I've made certain investments in property, so forth. Like when my dad passed away, God rest his soul, there was nothing left for man. Like I'm gonna make sure there's something left for my kid. You see them sort of things like I'll have a house for my kids then. Like
Okay.
when I'm gone, like they don't have to worry about finding 25% deposit for a mortgage because there's a house there. You don't need to worry about that. Them sort of things. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure the business was right because if my business wasn't right, I wouldn't be talking to you now, and I wouldn't be helping people. I wouldn't be putting out music. I'd be too busy trying to find money to live. You see what I'm saying?
I know the feeling. Trust me.
You know,
Shit.
so yeah,
This world ain't easy, man.
it's not easy, mate.
You
Not
know,
easy.
and being a black man just like it
That's what
makes
I'm
it
saying.
exponentially worse.
Oh, mate, you see what I'm saying? So being a black man in this industry, you, you get hated on by your own black folks. You get hated on by the white folks. You get hated on by everybody, especially if you're good and you're successful. So
Mm.
just got to keep going because you can't make them win. I won't make them win. I
When you coming back to the states, man?
was thinking about that today. Like until they lift that thing, I'm not taking the vaccine, innit? So I'll be in. I'll book a flight tomorrow as soon as they lift that thing.
I
I
don't
can
think
come.
that. I don't know if that's in place for. Is it still in place for the UK? I thought it was just like for China at this point.
No, what I need to look into it, but I heard that you have to have had at least two vaccines, yeah, to come to the USA. That's what I heard. If it's been lifted, then I'm out there this year, mate.
Yeah, cause they, like they. I don't even want to say the word at this point because it just automatically gets you. But anyway, they're releasing information slowly but surely that contradicts the previous fervor that the whole planet must get this thing.
Oh, of course they are. It was all. Do we
It
need to
was
get
some
into that,
bull. Yeah, it was some bullshit. We can
bro?
leave it
Let me
at
tell you
that.
something. Let me tell you something. Have you heard of the Have you heard of the Nawabian nation of Moors?
I've heard of the Moors. Yeah.
All right. Was it 5% errors, all them type of things? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. So when I was 19, yeah, some guys were teaching that doctrine. Yeah, they came to our city, was teaching that doctrine, and they were showing us stuff back then, which are being played out now, and they were telling us this is going to happen. Yeah. So things like mass pandemics, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. That like I learned this when I was 19. So when I saw this come, I said, yeah, I know exactly what this is. I read about this when I was 19. Yeah. So it's fear factor. All
Yes.
this, they control people through fear. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I've been hearing is that the people who've been taking the vaccines and the people who are deading off, yeah, right? When the bombers and the people them who deal with the, like whose business is dealing with dead bodies, right, at funeral homes, rare. Yeah, open. The people do the what's it,
The autopsies.
autopsies. They're saying they're finding people, they're finding things in these people they've never experienced before the pandemic. Yeah, people taking the vaccine, they're seeing shit growing in them. Yeah, which they, but these people being silenced, they're not allowed to talk. That's what I mean is going on. So I'm not putting that thing in my body. I'm not putting it in my
I can
body
understand that.
for
The
no
fact
one.
that
Like,
when they said that you can't, we're gonna before they even put it in a person, we're gonna make it so they aren't liable. That let me know right there.
you know,
I'm cool.
because another thing is like there's a studio in New York I could go to and link up with like Styles P and that, yeah. And I was speaking to the studio owner. He goes, "Yeah, when you come back out here," I said the same thing to him. I said, "I'm not coming out there until they lift the thing. As soon as they lift it, I'm coming." You know what I mean? Man, they want to hear that. You get me? Man just want to know when am I coming? When you coming through the studio? I said, "Listen, mate.
Man,
As much as the opportunity is good, yeah, and Styles P, I'm a fan, rare. I'm not coming. I'm not putting that thing in my thing until you lift your things out there. You
yeah,
lift that thing.
definitely check into that. And
All
there are
right.
always, yeah, that's another story. We have to, that's definitely not for YouTube consumption.
All right. All right. Yeah, but yeah, but yeah, bro. Like, I want like America's my. I want to buy a holiday home out there. America's my like. That's my holiday. I love America.
Oh, man, if I was not so scared to fucking fly, I would absolutely come to the UK.
Yeah, you'd be welcome here, man.
Oh my god, I'd probably die on the plane just out
Mate,
of
listen.
panic.
Don't be scared to fly. You know what they say about. You know, they say an airplane is the safest mode of transport. You know that, innit?
I'm fully aware of that.
Well, so
Yes.
why don't you just face your fear?
Cause I'm scared of heights.
I'm scared of heights.
It's just not the flying part.
Let me tell you something. We've got a bridge in Bristol called the Suspension Bridge. Yeah, and you can walk across it. Some people ain't walking across it. They'll catch a Uber or a taxi just to get across the bridge, which is like
Oh,
a 10-minute walk,
I
right?
understand.
But it's different in a plane, bro. It's different. Let's go sleep.
Yeah, that's the problem with fear. Fear does
You gotta
fucks
face your
with you so
fears. You
bad.
gotta face it. Nah, bruv. In life, honestly, big man thing. In life, you gotta face your fears. You
I'm
got
aware. Yeah, I know, man. That's just one that just might just be.
look. What was I just talking about before? I said it's fear factor and it's scaring the people with the pandemic. Like, don't make fear consume you, bro. It's all fear.
Well, it
I know
doesn't
it's easier
consume
said
me
than
because I
done.
don't really need to fly. Any
Yes,
place
you
I
do.
actually I have
Yes,
to
you
get
do. No,
to,
yes, you do.
I can drive.
Here's why you need to. All right, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Suppose I said to you, okay, I like the way you interview. This is the second time I've spoken to you. Um, you hold a good conversation. I'm comfortable. It's nice. Okay, let's fly into England. Let's do a ten part show. I'll bring some guests in, and I want you to be the host. I'm gonna pay you X amount. I'm gonna pay your travel. We're gonna build this thing up. What are you gonna say then?
Yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
Yeah, pause much.
Like I am I gonna just blanketly say no? No, I'm not. I
Right,
am going to look into how long is it gonna take and how long can I be put to sleep?
right.
What can I take that's just gonna knock me out for what 10, 13 hour, whatever it's gonna take. Because I would that's something that I absolutely dream about doing. Like I would love to go to different locations and just chop it up with people.
One thing Kirk Harding said to me when I first met him back in the day, he said, "You got to jump on them planes, bro." And he never spoke a truer word to me, mate. You have to be where it's at. You have to make it happen. You were saying to me earlier on, why don't you manage people from outside in the UK? Well, that takes traveling, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta hop on them planes, bro.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. That opportunity is probably coming this year.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, I don't know about the UK situation, but as far as having to get on the plane to go
Good.
interview somebody, odds are it's probably gonna happen this year.
Good. Because you're linked with me, you're linked with a couple other people. I've got an artist I want you to interview actually.
You just let me know.
Yeah, we'll talk behind the scenes after. But you got like the world's small, bro. When you got planes about,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
world is small. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if it takes you 24 hours to get to from the UK to New Zealand, then do it. That's what. All right, then. For instance, so Kurt Harding's from New Zealand. He hopped on a plane to New York, and he's been part of the careers of two famous African people, one Akon, one now currently Burna Boy. If he didn't decide to hop on that plane from New Zealand, to New York, link up with Steve Rifkin and all that, it may not have been Akon, it may not have been a Burna Boy.
Well, tell Burner Boy and Akon, I'm willing to travel to interview them. Yeah, I got. Yeah, I legitimately got some questions for Akon. That would be an interesting interview.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
I've only met Akon once. I've met Burna Boy, been in studio with him countless of times. But reach out to Akon. Akon's alright, man. He's alright guy.
I
Reach out to
prob-
him.
I, I probably would have a more success trying to get Burner Boy than Akon.
Why you say that?
Akon at this point is old money.
Old money.
Yeah, old
What do you
money
mean
is
by
hard.
that?
He's been rich for a long time now,
Okay.
so he's got more layers of insulation. He's been in the game for a long time. He's been taught by people before him at this point. Okay, now you got money. You've had money for X amount of years. You've proven that you can hold on to your money. Now he's, okay, this is how you insulate your, like he's gotten schooled. You can tell.
Yeah. So why? Yeah, that does
Well,
make a
I mean,
reason.
it's a difference between trying to interview, and I don't know, like somebody in the royal family, as opposed to David Beckham. David Beckham's got a shitload of money. The royal family's got a shitload of money, but the royal family's been doing this shit for centuries. So you got to they have layers built in that just automatically on go. Like I'm not gonna get close to the royal family. I may
Mate,
actually fuck
no, no,
around and
no,
get
no, no,
close to
no.
David Beckham.
No, don't let me. Sorry to cut you, but listen, that's you saying that. Yeah. As a
True.
person, that's you. That's your perception. As a person who's met both people, yeah, I believe if you reached out in a certain way, you would be able to get an interview
Okay.
because he's not a bad guy. The Akon I met, he's not a bad guy. He's not Hollywood. I didn't mean a Hollywood Akon. He's a guy
Okay.
with layers of, yeah, he is who he is. He is royalty. Yeah, I get you, right? And old money, right? But he's still out here doing new things. He's still out here doing interviews. He's still out here actively being Akon, not specifically just for the music, but he's doing like he's in like what did he do? Built a city in one of the countries in
Yeah.
yeah, like
He built his own Wakanda.
right there you go. So at the end of the day, he still wants to like people are asking questions about it and all that. So why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he spread the word of what he's doing?
You know what? I'm gonna take your fucking advice. I'm gonna shoot the shot.
Yeah, man.
It's not like they're gonna jump on me if
So,
for asking for an interview.
that's what I'm saying. Like all you can get is a no, right?
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Is the no going to stop your bills being paid?
It is not.
There you go.
Yeah, you absolutely right, bro. And you know the crazy. Usually, I'm the nigga saying that. Oh, my bad. I'm the usually the motherfucker telling people that because they be like, "Oh, how did you interview so and so?" Because I asked.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't ask, you don't get, right?
Yeah, I usually never talk myself out of asking anybody.
Yeah. Don't think one guy's easier than the other. They're both same guys. Just ask, innit?
You can, thank you for that one, bro.
No worries,
I'm gonna
man.
take that advice and keep it moving. If people want to get in contact with you, they want to work with you, how they go about doing that?
The shout man. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, K_NERS. My email addresses are in my bios and all that. You can just shout, man.
Is there anything you want to let the people know that I, for whatever reason, didn't ask? Or first off, the dope conversation, man. Truly, truly
Yeah,
appreciate
man.
the build with you, man.
Appreciate
But
you.
is there anything you want to let the people know before we get out of here?
Just look out for Brittany from the K-Star camp. Look out for JM from the K-Star camp. Look out for Parkside from the K-Star camp, and look out for Mars, the super producer from the K-Star camp. And yeah, look, I've got a new video dropping next Friday called Local. Yeah.
Okay.
And just keep it K-Star. We're coming, bro. We're coming.
Yo, and your producer guy,
Mm,
um,
Mars.
how do we get beats from him, or how do we listen?
Just message him. Message
Okay.
him on Instagram. So his Instagram is at MARZFM. Foxtrot Mike. What I'll do, I'll screenshot you his page.
All
Or
right, that'll work.
yeah, or look on my Instagram, yeah, and see
Okay.
who's liked certain things. He's usually liking my stuff. Let's look for Mars.
Okay, I got you.
And he's from Slovakia. But I met him in a chance meeting us. One of the acts I was helping, it was their birthday, so I invited them somewhere. And Mars recognized the guy whose birthday it was, came over, networked. I said, send me some beats. Next thing you know, he's part of K-Star. He good.
That's what's up. I like to hear that.
Come on.
Man, because it's a guy from Sweden. I cannot remember his name, but I know he did some shit for Oh, what is old boy name? Oh, goddamn! It just I'm so old, man. And I can see his face, but I cannot remember his name. And in a famous ass group, it's not Onyx. Shit. MOP.
MOP, yeah, Billy Zane and that.
Billy Zane. He did. Actually, I think I want to say he did like a whole album for Billy Zane. The dude from Sweden, dude, fucking dope though. And
Is he a black dude?
I'm not sure. I never really saw who he was. I just saw the name, and when I interviewed old boy, he was talking about him, and yeah, he's from Sweden.
Yeah, man. Europe's got some super producers, man.
I mean, well, Europe is already has. Europe still appreciates hip hop.
Mm. More, so, yeah. Listen,
I
yeah.
don't
Like,
know that we do over here in the states appreciate the artistry anymore.
do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Do you know? I think it's the time we're in. Yeah, the microwave, social media, TikTok culture. Yeah,
Hmm.
the streaming, all of that. Yeah, is watered down the feeling, the specialness of the music. You know, like how we started the conversation where you said about
Yeah,
certain songs bring back memories of time and certain moments in life. Yeah.
yeah,
When you're getting thrown song after song after song after song after song, you got to sift through the rubbish.
yeah,
Some people will sift through it. Some people will just not deal with the rubbish and just ignore it. That's what we're living in.
yeah, yeah. Although I will say that as far, especially for black artists from the states, Europe has always been more appreciative.
No,
Like
they love
you
it.
go back to jazz, like
No,
this always, yeah,
the Americans are loved by the Europeans. Any hip hop guy from America gets bare love out here.
yeah. That's
KRS
pretty
One
dope.
was here the other day. KRS One was in Bristol, November. Bare love, bare
Right.
love.
It's KRS though. Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's
he's
gonna get love,
KRS, but he's getting loved by the youth of today.
which is crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
Yeah,
it's not 50-year-olds going to the KRS thing show. It's 19, 20-year-olds. They're filling at the venue.
that's crazy.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yo, yeah, yeah, that's different. Yeah,
You know,
because KRS here is a bunch of niggas look like me.
that's what I'm trying to say.
We can
That's what I'm trying
barely
to say.
we can barely nod our head, and that motherfucker better be ending early.
I'm,
We
I'm,
all be taking naps.
listen, and it's a beautiful thing to see the new generation of fans coming up. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
I'm loving it. Like for me, Skinny Man to be having one of the like people saying it's a banger we got as a song, and seeing the youth rock into it. Yeah, it means something to me, man. Because I was one of them kids back then. You know
Let
what I
me
mean?
ask you one question before you leave, and I ask everybody in hip hop this: when did you fall in love with hip hop?
Okay, this is a deep question. So I'm a Bashman kid. I love reggae. Yeah,
Okay,
I used to
okay,
write reggae. Yeah,
hmm,
and what happened was that my best friend, who's an Aquarius like you, yeah, um, he was the hip hop kid. We used to have arguments, which was the best out of reggae and hip hop. Yeah,
hmm,
and then one day he taped me off two songs. Yeah, on a TDK cassette tape. Yeah, I was doing the dishes at home, and I was listening to these songs. And the two songs were Nas, It Ain't Hard to Tell, and I think Mob Deep Shook Ones. Yeah. And I kept listening and listening and listening, and I fell in love with hip hop then. That was the moment. It ain't hard to tell. And what's that tune by Nas? I gave you power. I made you but wow. How you like me now? I go blow. Is that that tune?
yeah.
Nas is I gave you power,
Oh my god.
and he's describing the gun.
Oh, man.
Those three songs turn me to hip hop.
That's a beautiful ass story right there, man. Shout out to your boy too
Yeah, Nolan. Big
for
up
having
Nolan.
fucking great taste in hip hop.
Yeah, he knows his hip hop. He knows his hip hop.
That's what's up, man. Hey, and you know, man, you always welcome over in these parts, man. The conversations only get better, man.
Come on, man.
Absolutely appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Anything I can do for you, man. And let me know when you want me to get your artist on too. I got you.
Yeah, I got it's not my artist. It's a guy who he's working hard. He's got like about 100 songs sitting down. He's just trying to get them out. He's a stand-up guy. I don't want to say too much about him, but he's got a good story to tell.
Okay.
I think you'll be a good platform for him.
All
And
right.
vice
Well,
versa.
let me know. I got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a group on Instagram, yeah, with me, you
Okay.
and him and get you
Okay.
introduced, yeah?
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bless up, man. Enjoy the
All right,
rest of your
man.
Sunday.
You too, man. Have a good one.
And you, bless.
Peace. Yo, as always, man, love the conversation with Ners, man. You already know, man. This has been Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. Man, it is your talent that might get you on the show, but it's your story that makes you stand out. This is Jobs, and I'm out.